Hello everyone, how's it going? My name's Harden Pickle and welcome back to another Satisfactory livestream, where as you can see, it looks like we've been done it looks like we've done a lot off camera. I suppose we have, but let me talk a little bit about what we are currently seeing. Basically, we are making heavy oil residue, and I've tried to colour the pipes to make everything slightly easier to try and actually see. Everything in purple is our heavy oil residue, and basically that is going behind that wall in front of us. Everything in black is our crude oil that will then be going down to the ground floor, which is all that concrete flooring that you can see in front of us, where we can then connect it to where we are bringing in all of our crude oil. And then we also have some polymer resin being collected too, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a second. Welcome Johnny, welcome Vinod, welcome Auric, hope that you guys are doing good. And you know what, let's just get straight into the stream. Basically, where am I? Oh yeah, here I am. I'm already lost. Off camera, I added in this row over here, just to try and see what things are going to end up being like. Is it going to work? And also, can I build this in a relatively easy manner? The answer to all of that is yes. It's actually really simple to do. I also replaced everything that we did here off camera, and it just looks a bit neater now, and it works, most importantly, so that's often quite good there as well. Underneath here, if we just follow our crude oil, if I just go through one thing at a time, it's probably a little bit easier. So our crude oil will be coming in from over there, to around here, where as you can somewhat see, I've left a little bit of a gap here, so this is where I'll be connecting all of my crude oil nodes into there. Simple stuff. Heavy oil residue is a slightly different story, as I was just talking about, because I've also decided to add in this wall here. It just keeps all my logistics looking nice and neat there as well. But as you can see here, we are still using this part of our logistic floor because it's gigantic. It's like what, 7, 8 foundations wide maybe, or 10, okay, 10 foundations wide. So there's tons of room here to actually use for our heavy oil residue pipes, because this will be going further down here. And there's no point bringing the heavy oil residue all the way down to the floor and then just keeping it here, when in reality it could just stay at this sort of height. So I'm completely fine with doing that. And then for the not petroleum coke, for the polymer resin, that will then travel along here on 2 different belts. We are making 1,000 polymer resin in total, 500 each belt, simple stuff. And the way I decide which belt it goes on is that the furthest blueprint over there is the lowest one, then the top blueprint goes to there. That is it. Literally, that is it. It's that simple. Obviously, when I place down a few of these blueprints, it's going to make things a little bit easier to understand. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, let's start with you. And the way that I want to try and do this is I want to leave roughly an 8 gap between these two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that'll be fine. And try and nudge you here, maybe one more. Let's see, because the ladder for you is there. I think one nudge there is fine, potentially. No, we'll go back by 1. There we go. I also do want to try and finish this side here of our truck stations, because it's quite important that I actually establish this, since we are getting in, well, in theory, 800 water. Even though I don't actually need water for this. But I do need water, which is most likely going to end up going over there. Is it worth the risk? I'm going to try and see something here. Obviously, if I pick this up, I blow up. I know that, obviously. I wonder, is there a way that I can... Okay, I haven't got enough room in my inventory. No. Oh, it was worth it. Hey, we got some nobelisks. It's fine. I think it's a risk worth it, the reward. Because so far, I've got 60 nobelisks like that, so there we go. Time for your daily dose of pickle. Everyone needs a daily dose of the pickle. Everyone. Hope that you're doing good, Spunkius. Welcome back. Again, I won't question the username. To be fair, if that worked, that would have been great. The only problem is it didn't work and it was dreadful. Welcome back, Fabio. I hope that you're doing good. Welcome. Now, oh, wait, what have I done here? You go across there perfectly fine. There's then a bit of a weird gap here. Okay, how did I resolve that over here? Oh, right, because you haven't actually got that. Right, okay. Fair enough. I know what I did. I think. There we go. So now snap you to there. And in theory, the one foundation gap should be here. That looks pretty good. That's obviously a bit too far. Yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. You're perfectly lined up, so let's go 1 there. Then go 2. Again, you should be lined up there completely fine. Then the gap regarding this, you're the one that's pretty much 1 foundation wide. That seems pretty gosh darn good to me. Yep, perfect. Lovely. The reason why I'm making this 1 wide, by the way, is so I can add in that fueled seating. Is it called steel seating? Frame floor. Completely off. But there we go. It is exactly in the right direction, so that's pretty good. Your PC should be in today. Nice, man. Well, congrats on the... Well, early congrats on the new PC. That good? Yeah, the gap there is perfect. Lovely. Okay. So let's try and sort this out then. Which isn't really too bad. Again, the logistics looks really complicated. And I feel like if I was building this without using blueprints, it probably would be a little bit tedious. But luckily, because we are using blueprints, which definitely isn't cheating. It isn't, because it's part of the game. It makes life just a little bit easier. So that's quite nice. I do want to try and get a foundation out here, though. Just very quickly. Now, what level do I want you to be at? Perfect, got it first try, I think. And the reason why I want to place this down here is for you. Actually, you got to go 1 higher, I think. 1 higher than that. There. Now, if I place you down like so, nudge you along, you can then go to here. And then you, when I select straight mode, can then connect to that. So all of our crude oil from that side is connected. And all of our crude oil from this side is now connected. Heavy oil residue, we'll sort that out very quickly. We'll get this done. Whoa, that was really incredible. That's now connected. Then on this side, try and smash this one out. Grand. Now for you two, all I've got to do is just connect that to here. And the last thing for this area really is the power. So that has to connect straight through to you. You then go straight through to that to here, then you to there. In our already established power grid. Which is going to be here. Now everything that we've just placed down should now have yellow lights rather than reds. Yellow, 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 yellow. Lovely. Great. Expected by 7:05 PM. Nice, man. This heavy going to be turbo fuel factory. This is going to be a rocket fueled factory. Let me show you the mathematics. So this is what we're currently working on. We are making our 4,000 fuel, which requires 2,000 heavy oil residue, what we're making today, and 4,000 water. Then combined to then make our 4,000 fueled. Then that combines with nitrogen gas, coal, and sulfur. To be fair, I've already got my nitrogen gas. I can now paint you green. There we go. That then combines with all of that to then give us our rocket fuel. So this is a really simple process. The only thing that I think is going to be difficult is turning our rocket fuel into power. And I know that sounds really simple, like just add your rocket fuel to a fuel generator. But the problem is we are dealing with 6,000 fuel per minute. And just to understand the complexity of the situation, if you plop down the fuel generator there, we see that you... Okay, I haven't even unlocked this yet. In that case, rocket fuel satisfactory. So rocket fuel burns for... Where is it? You. Not sure if you can see it there. No, not really. But it burns for roughly 4.166 per minute. 4.166. I'll do 4.167. So I can round up there a little bit. So 6,000 rocket fuel divided by 4.167 means that I need 1,440 fuel generators. 1,440. If I was to fully overclock that, that's a minimum of 576 fuel generators. An absolute minimum of 576 fuel generators. And that's with 3 power shards each. So 576 times by 3 is 1,728 power shards. Do you see now why I was collecting 2,000 power shards the other day? And the reason why I said it's not enough. Yeah. Mental. Yeah, pipes can carry 600 fuel per minute. If it's a Mark II, a Mark I can only handle 300. So it's important that you make sure that you have definitely got Mark IIs if you're dealing with anything more than 300. Oh. There we go. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm sorry. Now, when it comes to you lots, let's just grab this. Place you on this line here. Yep. Somewhere in the middle. I think that's pretty good. Although I will plop down there just so you're in the exact middle of this square here as well. Then what I have to try and do is grab you. Line you up like so. Put you in the same location. Then if I have one more pipe, let's say here for example. Ooh, no, we won't be able to get away with that. I'll do this. Making sure it's horizontal to vertical. Because the reason why I love to use horizontal to vertical is that it gives you, most of the time, a very nice 90-degree sort of curve there, which I quite like. Whereas anything else doesn't quite give you that. Basically, consider this the straight mode of horizontal to vertical. That's what I like to think of it as. Or the straight mode as a horizontal. But yeah, I quite like it. Anyway, you, Heavy Oil Residue, you're now going to come around here a little bit, but you're going to be a little bit higher. Say somewhere like that. Making sure I've got the right color. You actually going to be straight? Let's see. I've got my doubts. Yeah, that's not too straight. Simple solution to this, luckily, is make this part here straight. And the rest of it's going to be fine. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Brilliant. So you're sorted, you've all got power. The last thing that I need to do is sort out our solids there, the polymer resin. But I'll do that in just a bit. It's actually easier to place down these logistics first, then sort that out. And I think we actually had it right the first time. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Making sure that you're lined up with that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That's grand. Let's plop that down. Is it too high? No, the height's completely fine. Great. I have to get 3 more now. Keep you there. Okay, you've for whatever reason rotated yourself, and I didn't select the rotate thing, but that's fine. Good. And again, you've also rotated yourself. I was bringing up this conversation a few days ago. Why do blueprints randomly rotate themselves and sometimes they don't? Because let's say you've got a blueprint that's quite similar from down here, but very different from a higher elevation. If you're looking at it from this point of view, you can't tell if it's facing the right way or not. Because again, sometimes it spins around, sometimes it doesn't. I suppose the arrows down there do massively help. Sorry, there's a helicopter outside my house. Not directly outside. Sorry, I have to open up flight radar. Give me a second, chat. This is extremely important. It sounds beautiful, the heli. Okay, it's flying straight past my house. That's cool. This will take 30 seconds. For whatever reason, I've loaded in Spain. I'm not in Spain. That was a... Okay, fair enough. It was a heli. That's pretty cool. Anyway. Oh, dearie me. Make sure these are all hooked up to each other. Also making sure our power is definitely connected here as well. I wouldn't be surprised when I turn on this grid that there's a couple things that aren't necessarily hooked up. That's the reason why I want to make sure all of this is working completely fine before I send my heavy oil residue straight to make fuel. And then I send that straight to make whatever the heck. After that, the rocket fuel. That's what it is. Oh dear. Then are you not connected? I think I just did that. Doesn't matter. Where is it? There you are. And now, since you're literally right there, what I could honestly just do is this. Now, everything here should be connected. How's it looking? No. Wait, this entire row isn't connected? Did I not just hook that up, though? You lot. I mean, it's connected to that. How are you not connected, then? I just want to just connected this together. Oh, right. There you are. That makes more sense. I was connecting the wrong row. We've got it now, though. That's great. Let's just make sure that our crude oil is definitely connected to that side there as well. Starting with our heavy oil residue. Since you're nice and simple, just to get out the way with. Moving on now to this. Make sure you're the right elevation. Which you are not. Let's bring it up by a good 3. Just like so. Zoom that down to over there now as well. Adding one of you lots here. We've already got straight mode selected. Brilliant. And now you are going to find the rough middle. It should be able to line up with this. Yeah. I want you to come down to... well, somewhere there eventually. Right now it's fine. You can just come down to roughly here, I'd say. Definitely lined up. Definitely lined up. Love to see it. And select that. Then you. And straight down into there using horizontal to vertical. The reason as to why I leave a little bit of a gap here is fairly self-explanatory. Is because I want to try and add a Mark II pipeline pump into here. Which is luckily fairly simple to do. Also, put me back onto my main tab there. Brilliant. You, where are you going to go? You're going to go straight into there, I'd say. Although you're not exactly straight, that will annoy me. Not a massive amount, but if I can get it to be straight and lined up, then I might as well get it to be. Okay, that's great. You're now going to come out to here. Am I good? Yep, looks good, looks good. Looks good. Flop. Right. You're slightly further off in this direction. And you go straight into the wall as well. Okay. If I select this, it'll be slightly easier. I see, because you're coming in from over there, aren't you? You're a bit too far, I would say. That's fine, we can move that in just a moment. That's why it's good to get 1, 2... these logistics out the way with first. For example, now, you've technically got to go. I like where you're placed. In this direction, at least. How's that? Yep. 1, 2. Then out here. 1, 2. Sound. Oh, it's already getting dark. That doesn't take long. It does not take long. And select this. I suppose one problem now with it getting dark quite soon in game is that sometimes it does make doing the logistics a tiny bit harder. Ooh, what's that gonna do? That's actually not too bad at all. Brilliant. We then grab this wall here now and bring it down by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The reason why I go out by 10 is so that I can then just zoom this across by 10. And do one more if I can. Oh, how the heck did I manage to do that? Are you kidding me? Wow. Might as well be on this side though. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna start on this side, then go around to that side anyway. Random helis flying in the UK. Oh, of course, yeah. We live fairly close to an airport, so there's always gonna be helicopters flying up and down. Okay. Then now we get rid of you. And the way that this is going to work is that I grab this and we come out essentially as far as we can. Which in this case is going to be up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 5, 6. Yeah, how's everyone's days going in the chat? Hope that everyone's having a nice day so far. It's definitely quite cold here. It's definitely getting cold now. It's absolutely freezing the last couple of days. I'll say we've averaged at maybe 1 degree, 2 degrees. In fact, no, not even average. No, that's like maximum 1 or 2 degrees right now. We've probably averaged at -1, I'd say. Oh, great. I don't like the cold. I never have. Horizontal to vertical. Do it down here. Let me get rid of that. Same thing here and here. Lots of aircraft flying around during the G20. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't mind planes. I think if I was to live directly next to an airport, like near the runway, maybe it would slightly annoy me. I'm not sure. But here it's not too bad. There we go, zoop that into the wall over there. And make sure that we grab... Where's our power? Here. We'll bring you then to here. And same thing with this. -5 here in Canada. Oh, wow. It is cold. See, if I was Prime Minister, I'd ban the cold. Just ban it. It is not allowed to be below, let's say, 10 degrees. Wow, I'd be such a good Prime Minister. President Pickle. I don't know, it's got a ring to it. Okay, right. Now with you lots. No. I was thinking about, for whatever reason, connecting this into there, then doing one big loop, but I can't because it would ruin my already established plan. And as you guys know, I never double take anything. No. All my plans are definitely concrete. And I don't constantly change my mind every 3.2 milliseconds. No, no, no. That's fake news, everybody. Fake news. It's 30 in Minnesota. 30? Oh, that's American temperature. If that's warm, then nice. If that's cold, then yeah. I've got no idea. Okay. Now with you lot. Yeah. Oh, this is a brilliant plan. The problem is, though, we are going to need 50 of these refineries. I think I've only placed down 12. So I'm slightly concerned that this absolutely gigantic plot of land that I've got for this factory is somehow still too small. I don't know how it's too small, but there we go. I manage. I make the possible impossible. That should be, honestly, that should just be my channel's catchphrase. Making the possible impossible every day. Because I mean, it's not... Where's that gone? Where has that gone? What? What are you? Okay. I'm getting pissed. There we go. I think that is now everything done from these couple of logistics, but as you can see, it's not. Yeah, I knew it. As you can see, there's a lot to do. And if I get one thing wrong, like so, it's going to back up the entire system. Oh, here you go. Which is actually a pretty good reason as to why I don't recommend doing this. Let me just quickly show you. If I can somehow get it open. There we go. So right now, as I was showing you guys earlier, we're working on a heavy oil residue. What I recommend doing is when you finish one part of your factory, turn it on. I know it sounds simple, but the problem is, if you've connected your heavy oil residue to your fuel, and then your fuel to make your rocket fuel, and you've got the entire system connected and switched on at the exact same time, you then leave it for a couple hours, come back and then realize, oh, I'm making like 3,000 less rocket fuel than what I should be doing. I haven't got enough water, I haven't got enough fuel, I've barely got enough coal. What's happened? You don't know. Whereas, if I, for example, just made sure that all of my heavy oil residue is working completely fine, I've got my fluid buffers in place, I've checked that all my conveyor belts and pipes are connected properly. If this is properly working, I can then move on to fuel, knowing that there's a 100% chance, well, 95% chance with my Satisfactory skills, that this is going to just work, compared to a, 50% chance that all of this is going to work first try. Because odds are, like I just showed, if you've got one conveyor belt that isn't connected, that means, for example, that all of my polymer resin isn't going to leave my refinery. And because I've got too much polymer resin in my refinery as an output, it then means that I can't produce enough heavy oil residue. If I can't produce enough heavy oil residue, I then can't make enough fuel, which means that I've got excess water. If I can't make enough fuel, it then means that I can't make enough rocket fuel, which then means that I'm not making enough compact coal, which then means that I'm not making enough turbo fuel, which then means I can't produce the fuel that I need for my drones, which then means my drones, which are used for my nuclear power plant, aren't going to be able to go from one place to the other, which then means I'm going to have a nuclear power out and the world's going to end. So it's very important that you just take your time, relax, and do one bit at a time. But other than that, nothing should really go wrong. Yeah, I don't overcomplicate things for myself, as you guys can probably tell. No, we don't do that around here. How many of these baddies have I placed down by now? 4, 8... Okay, that's actually a lot more than I thought. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24... We've got 48 placed down? Wait, are we done? Making a nuclear plant? Mm-hmm. I've got the PC to do it now. Before, my PC literally couldn't handle me getting to that stage of the game. Yet now we can. Plans are set on in stone, and you're never died to radiation. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's like my channel motto, essentially. I've never died to radiation, and my plans never change. Okay. I've got 48 of these. How many systems have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each one of them producing 400 heavy oil residue. I've made too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How have I made too much? How much crude oil am I actually producing here? Or consuming, even? It's 300 each, meaning that I actually only need 5. I've made too much. Okay. What I'm going to do here, what I'm about to do, this is called a tactical play, okay? A tactical play. I'm going to get rid of, rather than one system like that, I'm going to get rid of these two and these two, then combine everything here onto the same row, and that is it. I actually had no idea I was done. I thought I had to go all the way back there, plus a bit more. Holy macaroni. Wow. That's good. I mean, we have to rework a little bit of our logistics here, but overall, this is bloody brilliant. It means that we are done with our... Well, I haven't turned it on, but we're essentially, in theory, done with this. I literally just have to try and turn it on. I'm going to keep you the same. I'm actually not going to join you guys together. And there's a reason for that. Because you are... If I was to join you together, you won't be producing the amount of... Or the same amount of polymer resin as if I was just to split you, basically. Because right now you split everything perfectly. I want to keep it like that if I can. Get rid of that. Oh, which means I've got to get rid of this. Okay, that's actually quite annoying. Wait. Yeah. Wow. Cool. Then grab this, swing you around to here. With straight mode enabled, of course, of course. Little bit of this. Grab that. Grand. Okay. I'm not used to overclocking exactly. That's what it is. That's my excuse. Welcome back, FTFE official. Hope that you're doing good, man. Can I keep you here? I can, but I don't like how you're almost intrusive to this part of the map now. Well, you're not going to stay there, obviously. Can I bring you down here? I could, but you won't be even. Okay, that's annoying. How about you lot? Because if I was to connect you like that, you are now both connected. And now if I connect you like this, you are now both connected. Power-wise, this might have messed up with our power a little bit. So let me just make sure that everything is definitely groovy here. Oh, it is. Brew. Do I like tea? I do. Well, I don't mind English breakfast. I'm not a massive fan of anything else. Earl Grey. I never really got used to Earl Grey. Green tea? No. Just a nice English breakfast. There's this one tea flavor that's very popular in Asia. I don't know what it is. but it tastes like grass, like just straight up grass, and it's very popular. Is it matcha? Is matcha even a tea? I don't know what it is, but I swear it tastes like grass, and everyone's saying it's the best flavoring thing ever, or flavored thing ever. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Yo, FTE official with a £5 donation. Thank you very much, man. Can we get some huge GGs in the chat for FTFE? If it isn't the best Satisfactory YouTuber in the world, the factory must grow. Absolutely, it's going to grow. Absolutely, it is. But thank you so much, man. Let me just type GGs in the chat. Yeah, thank you so much. Can we get some mega love in the chat? Thank you, man. Okay, so you're connected, you're connected, you're connected, you're connected, and the power's connected. The only thing I've got to try and do now is connect the oil. I can try and find a central location, which is somewhere here, which that is just not going to work. We do it here. I'm going to grab that. And your face. Drag you down to here. Come up by a little bit. And select straight. No, straight mode. You're then just going to maneuver in and out of there. With a little pump here. Great. How's that looking? I'm liking that. Ooh, that's why it's important to check angles. That was diabolical. Good. You then go straight into... Where? Where? There. Okay, great. Now what I'm going to try and do is establish our floor here. Because I believe everything should be fine. Wait, did I do this? Oh, I didn't do this bit yet. Okay. Can I bring you down there? I can, but you're going to be a little bit awkward. Where's the middle point? In fact, you know what we can most certainly do? This. I can then grab you. Bring you up. Like so. I like that. And bring you around. I know I've literally just placed it down there, but I don't actually think that's a very good location for it. So I'm going to move you along slightly. Not dramatically, just a little nudge. It'd be easier if I do this first, actually. Perfect. Now I can just fly into this, line up with that. The annoying thing about the hover belt, or the hovercraft, whatever it's called, is that when you move left and right, you don't come to a standstill instantly. It takes a couple seconds for you just to fully stop moving, which makes lining things up slightly more difficult than what it has to be. There. So you're too low. How the heck are you too low? How tall are you? Oh, you're right. Okay, fair enough. There. Okay. I like it. Now, because you lot are going straight to our awesome sink, for which I don't know where our awesome sink is going to go just yet, I think what I'm going to do is cut you off here. If I can just yeet you round that wall there. But as of right now, I don't need to do that, so there's no point. Because of Jean-Luc Pic, I've got no idea. No idea. I haven't revisited Earl Grey in a while, though. Maybe my palate has improved. In fact, I know it has. But there's certain foods that I really did not like as a kid that I can now tolerate. Quite a few foods like that, actually. There's also foods that I used to like a lot as a kid that I just cannot stand. Ooh, you do go slightly into that wall. Although, oh. Okay, I have found Narnia. Hello. Yeah, I don't need that. Then you just go up by, I don't know how much. 10 should be good enough for now. It's at least 10. Oh. Great. And the floor that I want to try and build this on is here, is it? Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So we'll do this one first. You're going to come up to... where? That looks good to me. Make sure that you go fully across like that. You can also just go temporarily. Or forever, preferably. How's this looking? Okay, you do go slightly into that wall. I'm not a massive fan of. So instead we'll do this. You are definitely built on the right floor, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Let's try and get a little bit of height. There we go. Yeah, today's stream is going to be about 2.5 hours long, preferably. We'll see, though. We'll see. Watch the stream just crash right now. Knowing my luck. I made fancy pods with lights and display screens for each one. Nice. I mean, I know reactors can be a bit of a nightmare. But hey. If it looks nice, then screw it. Hey, it looks nice. And now you go in like that. And I'm hoping that this asphalt foundation should now cover this entire floor. I can select it. That would be quite nice. That would do the job. All the way down there. We have now got a second row that I do need to try and add. All of these asphalt foundations. But the reason as to why I'm doing this first is because it's going to be really simple to see if I've left any gaps. I was going to say made any mistakes, but we don't make mistakes. Looking good. Brilliant on that side. Yep. Great. The one thing I will do is add in one more over here. I feel like it needs it. You can just go temporarily. Goodbye. I don't know how far back you actually need to go, if I'm honest. But that should be pretty good. You can also just go temporarily as well. I suppose what I want to try and do is add this somewhere along here. Like so. You can go into there, can't you? Yeah. No, you're fine. Same thing here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh. Okay, well, that's fine. That's okay. I've just realized that's completely fine. I was confused why it didn't line up there, but I believe the reason for that is because we added in these 2-meter stairs, didn't we? So if I lower you down now, then nudge you by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Learning to count with the pickle. There. And regarding this floor right here, we then just do that most likely. Wait. This is dead center. I had no idea. Okay, you know what then? In that case, I might as well nudge that a little bit over to the left. I had no idea this was dead center. Okay, this actually worked out beyond perfect. Wow. Okay. The reason why I'm saying wow is because over on that side, you can barely see it because everything else is in the way, all that other rubbish. But we've got this blueprint right here, which is positioned somewhere like so. Let me try and find the exact positioning for this. There you go. See, this pillar here needs to be lined up with that gap right there. And then this glass has to be on this line. I'm liking that. Let's do it. I actually did something right. I know. I know. Blink and you've missed it. Okay, so you're going to come down to here then. Which is at the very start of this. If I then do that, you are now fully symmetrical on that side. Okay. Let's have a little bit of fun here. I know, crazy. What I'm actually going to try and do is get in a little bit of concrete. Concrete. Bit of concrete, bruv. And yeet you down to there. Yeet you down to here. Remove that. And how big is this gap here in the middle? It's not quite one foundation, is it, if I remember correctly? Yep. What if I was to I'm just experimenting now. If I half nudge you down to there, the problem is I would rather have you be a little bit more open. I like the concept. If it wasn't crap. Which is a nice way of me saying I really did not like that. Now what we can do here is then add in that exact same 2-meter staircase from before. Where is it? There you are. W down. Great. Where's our 1-meter wall? I'm saying that like I don't know where it is. Where is it? You know, that one thing that I've placed thousands of in this current playthrough. Gosh, I do wonder. Ignore that, that's for the thumbnail for today. I believe that's the right colour now, isn't it? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Very nice. And chuck you into there, chuck you into there. And have you go all the way down like so. I know that you don't line up because you're unbelievably annoying, but that's fine. That's completely fine. Although, why don't you line up? That's interesting. Good enough. Okay. Now, what am I going to do regarding you? Can I just walk up this? I can. In that case, what I'm going to try and do here then is this. Boom. Pow. Bam. Then there. No. No. I'm gonna paint you. Chrome, no. Pink, no. Yellow, yeah, that's better. Good. We'll most likely end up doing the same thing over there. I actually don't know what we're doing for this just yet. Like I mentioned, I want to make sure that everything works first before we celebrate and pop the champagne. Just kidding, there's no champagne. I have got some Nestle Pure Life Lightwood water. That is delicious. Oh, dearie me. Also, I've actually... Here's a story for you guys, okay? Here's a quick story. Over the last few days, I've managed to run 10 kilometers a day, even with this blister thing on my foot that makes it feel like there's a needle being stuck in my foot every single time I try and walk. Okay, I've managed to run, I would say, 40 kilometers. We've done about a marathon in the last 4 days or so. I've eaten, on average, 1 meal a day. And healthy meals. I've completely cut down on chocolate. I consume 0 chocolate now. 0. And before I was consuming quite a lot. I love chocolate. But now I'm consuming 0. 0 sweets. 0 chocolate. The only sugary thing that I've been eating in the last couple of days is honey flavored cereal. Or like, you know, like, I've talked about this. Honey nuts. That is it. Okay. Less food. More exercise. How much weight do you think I've lost in 4 days? I know it's only been 4 days. We've only just started the journey, but how much weight do you think I've lost? Do you think it's a kilo? More? Less? I don't know what it is in pounds. I don't do pounds. The only pounds we do here is currency. Okay, well, the answer is I've gained a kilo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and females, can you please explain to me how I've gained a kilo whilst doing more exercise and eating less? Bullshit. I've gained weight whilst eating less and doing more exercise. That's rubbish, man. Again, I know it's only 4 days and maybe my body's on strike. But still, mental. Absolutely mental. Speaking about things that are mental, I think we've now finished this. I think. You know what I actually might want to do? Ooh. Firstly, your faces are coming straight down to here. Muscle, but how? Because the thing is, before I started running this much, well, no, I've been running this much for years. So it's not like I've suddenly just gotten to running for the first time in a decade. I've been running this much for ages, and I can't really have much new muscle to gain. And it's a lot of weight as well, like a kilo in 4 days. It was like 800 grams, whatever it is. It wasn't quite a kilo, but still. Three times more than fat? Maybe, yeah. I'm gonna say that's what it is, because there's no way I've actually gained, like, fat weight. I refuse. I don't consent to gaining fat weight. Oh dear. So I want to try and come back here very quickly. The reason for that is because I want to try and see, can I add in my fluid buffers here? I feel like that might make a little bit more sense. Let's see. And the way that I'm going to try and do this is... I'm going to start with this one here. It fluctuates a lot. Yeah, I think it, yeah. I was just bamboozled. I was properly bamboozled. There's not a lot of room to work with here. There really isn't. I'll say that's about the middle though. 1, 2, 3. The diets, I mean, maybe. I mean, quite frankly, I don't know what it is, but it's annoying. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now then, just repeat this on the other side. Yeah. Okay. That is definitely quite a bit better there. I can probably get rid of you now. And I need 5 belts worth of 500 crude oil. You're 450. Why are you 450? And the thing is, you're not 600. You're 500 and something. Because I can't get 600 crude oil, I don't think. What I could do is just split you, I suppose. So. Bow, bow, bow. Where is my logistics? You're gonna come out to around about here. In fact, straight maybe? We can't go straight because then you interact with that massive blinking object. So you are gonna come out this way instead. And again, you're 600. So I'm gonna split you. Here. Yep. We'll then come out this way. You can then be used for something else. That's going to be 300. You're then going to be a maximum, I would say, of 250 or 260. Let me try and grab a sign. Am I that far away, really? That's upside down, isn't it? I hate my life. Why are you upside down? I'm gonna go 250. Yep. Then here where it split, it's gonna go 300. Although I don't like how you're on different levels. So that's you now sorted. I wanna try and do the exact same thing here with you. Firstly, bring you down to here. Nice and easily done. Bring you out to there. Snap you into the exact same position. And bring you out to here. One. What was that? 3? How far out even is that? If I do that, it's slightly easier. Same things here again. You're 250, you're 300s. That's 2 300s. You... Oh, you slightly touched that, unfortunately, but it's fine. We'll go in like that. I'm trying to make this look as neat as I can. Because in theory, if I was just to try and continue you out, until you're at the same sort of point here, and just say that you're both carrying 300 there. How do I divide it like that? Just luck. Well, it's luck for now, because we've got roughly 600 coming in like this. But if this Mark II pipeline here is only consuming 300 crude oil, it means that here, we should have 250 left. That's basically my thought process. Between 250 and 295, I'd say. But I like to try and get the lower end, just in case I miscalculate. Which I never do, obviously. I've never made a single mistake in this game, ever. But if I was to accidentally make a mistake one day, not today, but one day, then yeah. No! And I suppose you two can technically combine to be 500. If I really wanted to, but again, I don't particularly care right now. That's another 300. Then got this one, which you're going to be coming out to... Sure. That's 4, we need one more. I don't like how this looks, if I'm honest. We'll see if I can make some adjustments to it further down the line, but as of right now, it's just not remotely important. What is important is just seeing if this is going to work. I'm then going to bring you out first. I like that. That's too far, isn't it? Yeah, it's miles too far. That's all good. I'm going to bring you back to I swear when I clicked it, it was there. I was sworn it was there. And bring you lot out to there. Same thing with all of you. Are you going... Is that far one even going to reach? I don't think so. If it doesn't, I've got some tomfoolery that I could try and do. Some top secret FBI style tomfoolery. There we go. According to dietitians and gymnasts, is 90% height, 90% diet, and oh, okay, that's good then. Gymnasts. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Okay, here we go. This should now be working because you should be carrying all of our crude oil. You absolutely are. In fact, ooh. You're gonna go straight through to there, aren't you? Do I want that? Yeah, I do. Yes. Obviously, this is going to take a while. But what we should start to see, in theory, very soon, is our polymer resin being produced. If we can see polymer resin, then everything's working. If we don't see polymer resin, panic. Cry. I don't know. But it's not good. We need to see the good stuff. Okay, you need to maintain that height, I'd say. You're fine coming along down here. Although, wait. What do I need the rest of my crude oil even for? So, we are now making heavy oil residue. Let's just tick that off. Round of applause in the chat. Okay, that's enough. Let's not overdo ourselves. Come on, it's heavy oil residue. This is not amateur hour. Because we're just over the 1 hour mark, so we've now passed amateur hour. That's fantastic. Right. Oh god, okay. Oh god. That's fine. Mostly just for plastic and rubber. And also, we've got thousands more crude oil than what I need, right? No, we've got like 700. We've got 708.5 more crude oil than what I actually need, so that's completely fine. Water, you can now change. Well, technically, I've got enough. Yeah, screw that. Have I got enough? No, I haven't. I've got 4,000 as of right now. I actually haven't got enough, but... No, I have. I swear I've got enough. Give me a sec. Let me just come up here for a minute. As I rise from the... Oh no, I got rid of my roads. No. Good. Let's just double check the amount of water extractors I have. Because I'm pretty sure I've got 9 rows of 500. Oh yeah, I've got enough. I've definitely got enough. There's 9 rows of 500. Cancel. 8 rows of 500, that's 4,000. We then have 576, and we then have a whatever the heck else I needed, so we have got enough. Yeah. There we go. Okay, yeah, we've got enough. Can't outdo that one? Oh, it's fine. So we've only used up 1/4 of our quarter. I'm seeing blues, I'm seeing greens, I'm seeing a couple yellows, that's completely fine. Because you probably haven't got enough crude oil yet, have you? Yeah, that's completely fine. Yeah, completely fine. 50, 50, 50, 50. Okay. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Good. Well, good's not the right word, but we've got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, you're backing up, and that's completely fine. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Any other problemos? Let's double check. Now you're all turning yellow because you've got too much of everything, basically. That's fine. That's all grand. Yeah. Good. Okie dokies. Regarding our polymer resin, I am going to be a little bit naughty, okay? Naughty. And I'm just temporarily, with capital T's for that one, going to be placing down a couple of these awesome sinks. Under the floor. Under the sea. Or quite literally under the sea. I was just so inspired by Mulan, the Little Mermaid, wherever it's from. I think it's the Little Mermaid. That I would now want to do this. In actuality, I'll most likely end up just doing something here, maybe fabric. As of right now, yeah, there's just no point. I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Need to find a better use for this. I know it's only temporary awesome sinks, but still. What if I had them over here? Could look slightly better. And what I can do now is get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then, oh, would you look at that? It's almost like I kind of knew this was going to happen. So you're now both powered on. Again, that would be deserving of a round of applause, but no. And I'm going to come underneath here. I will state this again, temporary. Very, very temporary. But if I don't do this, I can't produce any heavy oil residue. If I can't produce heavy oil residue, then we are kind of screwed. You can go, I think. Oh, no, you can go. Oh, right. Hello. Like a bloody jump scare. I want you to loop around to, let's say here. It'd make more sense if you're on the same level. Even though it's, again, temporary. It'd make more sense. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, you're going in the wrong hole. Of course you are. You have to come around here. A mistake I continuously make. Yep, nice. Well done, me. Well done. Can I just go straight into that? Yeah, look at the way that's flowing. Fantastic. What I want to try and, well, try now is this. Are you lined up to where you literally just were? Forwards by 1, 1, 2. How is this going to look? Oh, lovely. Wow. Got to change a little bit here as well. Like that. Can I just about select it from there? No, I don't think so, right? Definitely not. Oh. Okay, that was unbelievably perfect. Okay, now get rid of that. And what I should hopefully see here, by the way, is 5 full rows of heavy oil residue. Great, great, great. How come there's always one that ruins it? It's always one. How mysteriously mysterious. What is the problem? Hello? I'm sorry. I don't understand. What are we saying now? Good, good. Okay, well done. Well done. Now, regarding you lots, we have got a second ceiling, which is going to be lowered down to 1, 2, 3. This level here. Yep, let's now go back. And then this ceiling is going to be added purely for looks. But because now I know that everything, I think, works. We should be able to just to get away with this. I didn't check that everything was definitely connected, but I don't see the reason why it wouldn't be. Polymer resin was a slight problem to begin with. But now, as long as I just come along here, to make sure everything is definitely hooked up. Everything's good along there with both crude oil and... Well, obviously crude oil, otherwise it wouldn't have worked. But crude oil and heavy oil residue. The same checks along here now. Yeah, I don't see how we can have any problems now. Okay. Just because it looks like we can't have any problems doesn't mean that we aren't going to have any problems. Looks can be deceiving. That's perfect, I think. Oh, would you look at that? We'll now just yeet you all the way down over there. Now, this will take a little bit more time. In fact, do I want to leave you the way you are? Honestly, I like the way everything looks. No, yeah, screw it. Just thinking about it now, there's no point making all these logistics and then hiding it. I think it depends on the factory. It does depend on the factory. But for this factory, very unnecessary. Do that, then do this. Forks. I've not really had an interest in forks. You see, I'm English. We have an interest in knives. There's a difference. Okay, yeah, you're fine. Next, let's move on now to our next logistical challenge, which is going to be making our fuel. I think it's made here. Is it made in the blender? Oh, good golly, give me strength if it's made in the blender. I haven't got the alternate recipe. Okay, that's fine. Let me just whip out my MAM very quickly. We've got 40... we've got... No. We've got 40 hard drives. Let's start the scanning. And what haven't I actually unlocked from here? Because you've got lots of rubbish. Are you kidding me? It's fine. We're going to need to scan the hard drives anyway. Anything else here that I need? No. No, no, no. No, no. Christ, what? Ugh. No. Vile. It's actually not that bad. No. 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 What's the point in that? I don't. I can understand it actually. But no. The point of this is so in theory you can make diluted fuel in the refinery, but then you have to package it first. And I can't be asked. I'm sorry. We use blenders. I'm using this now, aren't I? Oh, nice. No. That's cheaper than I thought to actually make the automated miner. 1 per minute. It's quite slow. It must sink for a fair bit though, right? No. That actually isn't that bad. 1 steel beam into 52 screws. I'm not really using that many screws. But anyway. We've now got this recipe. Problem solved, problem avoided. And as you can see, it requires... Ooh, okay. Right. I'm just trying to figure out what's the easiest way to split... Oh, you can't even see it. Right. So it's 50 heavy oil residue. I'll just show you guys this for a second. There we go. 50 heavy oil residue and 100 water per minute. Currently on my pipes, I have got 500 water, which means 1 pipe can fill up 5 blenders. However, when it comes to our heavy oil residue, for example, we have 400 heavy oil residue per pipe, which means that it can fill up 8 pipes. But what I want to work off is our water, the lowest amount here. Because what I'm going to end up doing is 1 water pipe goes into 5 of these, and then 1 heavy oil residue goes into 5 of these. But for the remainder heavy oil residue, this can then hook on the remaining blenders. So for example, over here will be 3 additional blenders. Then our water will just keep going to the same 5 blenders again and again and again. That's basically it. And we are making 100 fuel here per blender, which means I am going to need... Where is it? 40. Okay. 40 blenders. Webcam's coming back on now, just so I don't give you a massive jump scare. 3, 2, 1. I know. So that's not too bad. Well, no, it is. It's bad. 40 of these. I think it's time to whip out the blueprint. I have to stop saying it's time to whip out. It's time to get out the blueprint designer. There we go. Is this going to be a concern for us? Yeah, no. Positivity says no. Which means I say no. Okay. I didn't yawn, that's fake news. Blender. I don't know how high we're going to end up going with this. It will most likely be easier to do on this floor. See what we end up with and then just go from there. No, that's gone. Right. I'm only going to design this once. That's bullshit. I'm going to try and design this only once. Because luckily, we've only got 1 output, but we have got 2 inputs. And I'm pretty sure I can only fit 1 per blueprint, can't I? Oh, that's actually quite good. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. And how many can I fit per row along here? Where do you start from? Start from there. I'm hoping I can try and fit 3 per section here. Guess we're going to find out now. Resource-wise, we haven't actually got enough of a few things. Computers is a pretty big one there. I've got to make sure that I've got enough of these in my dimensional depot. That's as far as I can go over. Go 1, 2... Surface too uneven? Okay. 3... 4... 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Sorry, that was a bit of a special moment. That was a special moment. So luckily, because I can fit 5 of you along here, this is both good and bad. It's good because one water pipe just has a zoop across there, and that's basically it. And it's bad because it doesn't help my my blueprint designer logistics. If I was to get rid of the middle one, and of course re-nudge you over there, I could then fit 2 there, 2 there. And then potentially using slugs, I could overclock. I don't want to overclock again. But then would it look quite weird just having a massive sea of blenders here with no room to maneuver in between them? Probably. I don't want to overclock, I really don't. But if I did, could make things look a little bit easier. And of course use less blenders. I'm not concerned about the amount of blenders though. Okay, I know that I can come out here by 5. I'm not sure how deep I can go, but we'll see. I think I have to do 2 and 2. Then what I end up doing here, when it comes to the whole overclocking thing, if I overclock you by 1, which is basically just 1 blueprint, then do the same thing here. That's 50% plus 50%, which is obviously 100%, which is as if I did have an extra blender there. So water-wise, it can still zoop across there and not having to do anything stupid. Heavy oil residue is a slightly different story, and I honestly don't mind too much about that. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with that. Great. In that case, let's address the elephant in the room. Well, it's the size of an elephant. It's not actually. It's just the massive blenders. Am I going to have outputs or inputs this side? I'm feeling inputs. It's quite a narrow space, but honestly, that's fine. So let me just do a very quick little 180 here with you lot. Yeah, we're moving on to fuel chat. Who would have thought? Obviously, I can move you a little bit further back, so ignore my comments when I said it's a bit too narrow. I can just adjust that if I need to. They are blenders. The big B. And inputs, you have to be... What are you doing? Like, just look at yourself in the mirror and generally ask, what are you doing? There we go. It'll be 1 there. And also, just to let you guys know, these 2 blenders here are the experimental blenders, just so I get a rough concept idea of what I want to try and do in my blueprint designer. After I get that squared away, all I'll have to do is do exactly like what I just did earlier. Plop down my blenders. And that's basically it. It would save so much time. If I didn't do that for my previous design, I'd still be working on those refineries for the next episode, I would say. So there we have it. Those are our heavy oil residue logistics pretty much squared away already. Then what I'm going to do, hear me out here, chat. This is where I shine. Oh, ma'am. I got rid of the ma'am. I forgot how exciting that notification actually is. What have we got, chat? What have we got? Come on. Be good, be good, be good. I can tell you now it's going to be crap. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Let's do it again. This is what I need. So you're going to end up going, let's say, there. I like the positioning of your face. Great. Great. And that's going to be it for this blueprint regarding the heavy oil residue. There's not much more I want to try and add. Regarding water, this is where things are going to get slightly more complicated. But essentially, we're following the exact same pattern as what I literally just did. You're going to be coming down to there, I believe is pretty good. Got a quick autosave. Love that, love that. Thank you very much. Coffee stain. Now, because you're clearly dangling like an old man's paws, because you're dangling from there, what I'm going to try and do instead is go down to architecture and just add in a metal beam. Yeah, we'll go with a metal beam. Just so it looks like it's not dangling. Because otherwise, it will just annoy me. So, is this important? Yes. Never has something more important ever been done. It's for democracy, you know. Oh, feck. There we go. So that concept works. Then what I can do is this. Yeah. I was just thinking there about stuff. No, this is actually better. What I could then do is this. Boom. Have it be directly underneath... Oh. Yeah. Directly underneath her. I confused myself there for a minute. This might be problematic. However, I'm willing to take the risk. For now. It's for science anyway. We're allowed to make risky players. Yeah, we have actually got a re-roll. A re-roll. Forgot about them. Oh yeah, one scan remaining. Okay. Don't care. Genuine question. What was the recipe that I used for my batteries? You're not going to be in this one, are you? Too many tabs now for this game. Too many maths tabs, honestly. I should go touch grass. I do, that's the thing, I do. Sheets, wire, plastic, sulfur. Sheets, wire, plastic. Oh, that's our battery recipe. Fandabidocious. Now, since we're here, if I just double check you, radio control systems. Ground control to Major Tom. Bam, 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 bam. Why did that remind me of the song? Good song. Where is it? I've already forgot what I'm looking for. No, I haven't. Turbo motors? Get that off my screen. Quartz crystals, high-speed connectors, and heat sinks. Okay, so I can almost guarantee it's not this then. No, okay, luckily. I don't like this recipe at all. I can make both of these in the electronics factory. You'll be made here if I was to make this. Not going to. Then you'll be made in the aluminium factory. So you're not dreadful, but you're not really my cup of tea. Right, fuel. The last thing here that I've really got to try and sort out. Which luckily, again, shouldn't really require that much. Honestly, these blueprints are simple, man. The only thing that I do want to try and take into consideration is... Ignore that, it's fine, it's just temporary. Is, this part here. How am I actually going to get my water and heavy oil? Makes sense. Because water is coming from here. Water is going to be on this level. Whereas, as you've seen earlier, all of our heavy oil residue is here. Also, by the way, you guys are way too far out, but anyway. Which means that this is actually perfect. Because at no point do these actually interact with each other. Brain cell department's working overtime for this one. Wow. Yeah, fuel can just go there. Fuel can go there. You guys link up. That's basically it. Okay, that's fantastic. How low do I need to go with you? Let's see. What's the easiest way to even calculate this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wrong button. So that's where I want you to go. So in total, that's 7. You're built on the 7th. Regarding height. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, let's smash this, chap. Let's absolutely just smash this. How far back actually are you? 1, 2. We'll go 3. We'll be generous. We'll say 3. Oh. I need to probably make a member emote with like a brain. Let's call it brain cell department. I've coined a new... I haven't coined that phrase even. Well, like this. Input should be it's going to be the same. Screw it, honestly. Yeah, that's grand. Now, again, there are a few things that we are going to have to do here regarding our dimensional depots. Because we haven't got enough of some very vital resources. So we do need to make sure that's definitely, well, working. Yeah, I like this. I mean, borderline, I might even smile. Maybe not. There's that sort of, you know, happiness. Here we go. Back. One more. That's good. Are you lined up there? Pandabidocious. Same thing here with you. You're a bit more difficult to try and spot there. I'll say that's pretty good. Are you lined up properly? Oh, best believe you are. Think of the orange pipe. You're not the right setting, are you? You are. You're horizontal to vertical. You sure? Am I sure that I've actually done this right? No, I'd see you're probably one too far in. That's fine. Luckily, that's quite easy to adjust. All I've got to do is just that. A minor setback. Very minor. Why are you bent? No, you're not. And now you're too far back. What? How? Genuine, like, how? Half nudge? I shouldn't have to half nudge this. That's a violation of my human rights. Have I lost the plot? Because you seem like you're, again, out by too much now. Not even the man being finished researching my hard drives can actually cheer me up right now. Why? Why does it look like that? I honestly don't know why it looks like that. Because as you can see there, if we come out by 1, that clearly sticks out. And if I go in by 1, it then sticks in. How? Because you were fine there. Actually once. Maybe this is just a thing. If I had to choose though, I'd probably choose that one. So, okay, so we are going to have a little bit of an annoying pipe look. But oh well. You lined up there. Yes. Lined up here. Yes. Just make sure I've definitely got the right pipe. We've got horizontal and vertical set up as well. Top to bottom. Then I'm going to try one bottom to top. Slight bend there, slight bend there. You know what? It's fine. Okay. I'll be honest, it's completely fine. A slight annoyance, maybe, but it's not going to make any sort of difference here. A half nudge didn't work. It still was a bit bent. But it's okay. We just have to ignore it. It's going to be hard. We'll get through it, though. It's okay. How is that? That looks pretty bad. Let's well, let's try it. Okay, you're now out by 1. Same thing here now as well. Brilliant. Obviously, you're not built in the right height. That's fine. So, you're going to be heavy oil residue first, or is it water first? Blue left, pink right. Blue left. Better. Okay. And you're then going to be 2 lower. Like that. Okay. We've now sorted that out. Let's do the same thing now over on this side, which should be a little bit less complicated now that we've got all the maths basically just done. All the placements done here as well. I'll chuck you down there. You down here. Make sure again that you are definitely connected to the right one. That's the last thing that I need now. Accidentally messing up the lines. But no, that seems fine. I will sort out power now before I do all the pipe work. Just so it remains fairly simple to try and do, rather than trying to squeeze it in a little bit later on and it not necessarily being as fun. Which I can guarantee will happen. A smart cookie speaks. Ooh. I do like a good cookie. Supports are too far out. Therefore, the game has to bend the pipes. The supports were fine. Because look, here they're completely fine. But then on this side, it's now bent. When I did the half nudge, it was still bent. It's fine though. I appreciate the help, but it should still be fun. Right, so you're going to get placed somewhere in the middle. Same with you, again, somewhere in the middle. How does that look? Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good there as well, fantastic. So that's now our power sorted. I do want to try and get this out the way with ASAP, if I can. Just selecting that. And that. And how much fuel am I making here again? So in theory, I'm going to try and have 500 fuel here per line. I don't want to go anything more than that. I don't want to go for 600. I know in theory I can handle 600. I just don't want to. That's quite important for me actually. And when it comes to this, you're now going to come out by that much. Because you're pretty much split evenly. Which I quite like. Now again with you, you're going to come up to around about there, come down by 2, in by 1. Good. Good again. Good again. And the last thing that I said I wanted to try and do earlier to stop the... is basically this. 3 meters. Come on. Oh, just don't. That's fine. I believe now that's this blueprint done. You've got fuel selected. You haven't? No, you have. Crack that into there. Again, I'm using more slugs or more shards. I might have to go out for another power hunting sesh before I start my streaming again. Oh yeah, by the way, I should be live. What day is it today? Tuesday? Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday, and then that will be it into mid-January, mid-February. I can then stream for a couple of days, because I'm home for a couple of days. Then that will be it until April. So yeah, I mean, yeah, sad times. Yeah, this blueprint's now done. What did I call the other blueprints? Just to have a rough name idea. So, blender, fuel, times 2, 001. Blender, fuel, times 2, 001. Because the machines and blenders are making fuel. There's 2 of the machines placed down. It's the first variant. I've got a preset for the color that I used prior. I might honestly just use the damn colors because damn, why not? No, I've used it recently, actually, haven't I? Conveyor? No. We go fix that primary? Secondary, okay. Then with a blender as the image. Blueprint saved. Brilliant. And we'll load this in. Change the color of this. The exact same. And clear the designer. Get rid of that. Fantastic. Then make sure this area is nice and spotless. That is right, spotless. When we actually plop in these machines now. Okay. Let's... Actually, before I... Yeah. Let's respawn. Let's do it. Then what I'm going to try and do is chuck what I need into here. Which is that. And how much is one blender? Computers, heavy modular frame, motors. Get some of that, why not? Keep that on me. Very quickly, whilst we're doing all this sorting around. Foundation do I use the most? Either concrete or asphalt 1 meter. I very, very, very rarely use 4 meter foundations. Because odds are I'm going to build something underneath what I'm currently building. So if I have a 4 meter foundation, that means I've got less room for my logistics floor. So there's almost no reason to. So I use pretty much 1 meter for absolutely everything. Other than sometimes ramps, obviously. I don't really use the standard fix-it foundation, if I'm honest. Oh, look at that in just a sec. Let me just scan that straight away. I don't want to scan too many of them. Because I feel like, in fact, I haven't checked this in a minute, have I? So, yeah, that's not too bad. I can do that. I think I can do that as well. You know what? A side quest to the side quest, which is the most pickle thing I ever do on this channel. Everything else here I don't massively need. I'm going to try and unlock a few of these things. Starting with the hazmat suit, which is actually quite important. I'm going to need... Oh, damn. That's 100 fabric, 200 coal. And something to do with iron plates. Though not quite that many, that's fine though. How the heck do I make fabric? Does it involve water? No, mycelia and biomass. I've only got 112 mycelia. Biomass, I should have tons. Oh, well, I can make tons. I've not got any more lying around here. No, I don't think so. I need 100 fabric. Okay. Oh, yeah. Damn. That gives you a lot. Oh, it's taking it from my dimensional depot instead. I mean, heck, if that works, then it works, right? Come on, keep going, keep going. Yes. Good. This doesn't take too long to make, luckily. It's not ideal, but it doesn't take too long. Luckily, with everything else, I can just make it straight away. In fact, yeah. What's next? As I'm handcrafting this, I might as well just get something out there. You. It's expensive. That is expensive. I have got a few of these handcrafted, though. I know that I need you for something else a bit later on. You are expensive. I'm still going to do it anyway, but you're going to hear me complain about it, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need 50 of you. Yeah, we can afford that. Need 200. Anything else? No, I think we're pretty good regarding that. Oh. Oh, I needed 200 cooling systems. Right. Obviously, come on. Where even are my cooling systems? Probably on this side then, isn't it? Nope. I have got them somewhere. Oh, we've got tons of cooling systems. Damn. Oh, we need more. Oh, you know what? Screw it. No. Because that's going to take ages, isn't it? Also, that is loud as hell.
Milestone
20 minutes!
Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant.
Yep.
Fun fact. Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
Ada, I want to file for divorce. There we go. I didn't realize that was going to take us 20 minutes to try and do. What's the other one then? This. Let's try and get the resources ready. 200 heavy modular frames, which I know for a fact is not next to my modular frames. Oh, it actually is? Wow. Good job, me. 1,000 cable. $2,000 concrete. Is that it? That's cheap. And chuck that into here. What was the other thing then? Other than the fabric. 500. Oh, I've got to make that, don't I? Yeah, of course. That was the thing. Oh, these are nice to quicken to make as well. So what I'm going to try and do then is do this little side quest. And the reason why I'm doing this, by the way, I'm not just doing it for a piss take. But basically, if I want to try and get alternate recipes unlocked, I need to make sure that I've actually got the recipes themselves unlocked, like the actual basic variants of the recipes. So because we're going to be dealing with all these recipes in the near future, and I've got a bunch of hard drives, I might as well just make sure that I've got all these things unlocked and ready to go now. So when I've got to try and make things later on, I don't have to think, oh, have I got this alternate recipe? Have I got that alternate recipe? Have I got this unlocked or that unlocked? Just do it now. It's easy. Right. We've got that. Anything else? Actually, you'll be over here, aren't you? 100 casings. And 500 quick wire. I have got a dimensional depot for quick wire, hence why it's obviously going up quite quickly there. But that's still nice to know. There we go. Chuck that into there. Chuck that into there as well. Mycelia, I should have some here, right? Oh yeah, okay. I've got like 300 there. That's not too bad. I thought I had 0. That would have been quite concerning, if I'm honest. And get the call uploaded there as well. Chuck the remainder of this except for you here. And now we have to try and do some dimensional depot shenanigans. First things first. Builder, production, blender. Computers, heavy modular frames. Okay. I'm going to make a tactical decision. Oh yeah, we did all of our rotor stuff last episode as well. I've got to check on that. I shouldn't need to make any more rotors now. Well. Yeah, we should be fine actually. So I'm going to stop the sinking of you and stop the sinking of you. I am the savior of the Titanic, clearly. This should now just generate resources over time. I'll chuck you there. And in theory, you should already be being uploaded to here. 0. I don't like that. You should have had 1 by now. Yeah, I mean, you're fine. Maybe it's just taking its damn time. Oh, well. You should be doing pretty good here now as well, right? With our computers. Hopefully, we'll see. Time will tell. Why were you yellow? Hello. Too much wire. Good. That's filled up there. Perfect. So we'll get rid of our rotors. Add that to our dimensional depot. Then wherever you just sprang out from, you can just continue doing whatever it was that you were doing. I think you already are. Yeah. Everything's back into full swing. Yes, perfect. Haven't got as much motors. You're good. You're technically both fine, but still, you know what? I'll do this. I'm just that kind. That's all good for Nod. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have an amazing rest of your day. Hope to see you around again soon. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Oh, I landed. Hello. Still can't believe these things have faces. Look at it. It's like a little shrimp. Space shrimp. Ma'am. The mom is done. Hello. Oh. Where did I put this then? Have I lost it? No, okay, good. The last thing I want to do is lose my hard drives. That's just going to be a long day. We now need to have... Yeah, heavy modular frames is a problem. We're not making enough. Computers is still a problem. Motors, I'm pretty sure I've got a dimensional depot for motors. Aluminium casings, I just don't have enough of. Right, okay. Casings, oh casings. It's 50 per one, we need 50 in total. That's what, 2,500? Yeah. Look at this massive wall of storage units. Oh, dearie me. What were you? Okay, you guys need some drastic improvements. Copper sheets. Okay. Oh, wow, this is almost empty. This is bad. That's actually really bad. Okay, I just spent like a minute doing this. Otherwise, if these dimensional depots aren't filled, we're going to run into quite a lot of problems. And that's me putting it lightly. And now I haven't got sound fluctuators. It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Okay. Let me just try and store these rotors. Because I need sound fluctuators right now. Like, desperately. Let's just try and edit our to-do list here. Number one is, why are you blurred? Thank you. Craft some fluctuators. Number two, place dimensional depots. 3, fill up new/old depots. 4, return to rocket fuel factory. Okay. We have got a few more things to do here. And then check on MAM plus hub. By that I mean just regarding our hard drives and also regarding our tiers and the hubs. We still got 10 minutes and 30 seconds left until we can send something else to space. So we're going to be needing this for, so might as well keep that on me, just for the, well, not that for that part, but for the MAM. Sound fluctuators. Have I got enough resources to craft you? I can craft 66, although this is most likely going to rise a little bit. Hopefully. Yeah, okay, slightly. It'll take a minute, but it's fine. Hopefully by the end of it, we should have somewhere near 80, which is 8 more dimensional depots, which is not too bad. We'll go with that. A quick autosave there as well. But yeah, thank you very much again for the stream, turning out today. I do greatly appreciate it as always. Have I missed anything tragic? No. Looks like we are going to be able to get to 80, so that's pretty good. Maybe 90? Because the thing is, the reason why the number keeps on going up is because of my dimensional depots. It's filling all this up. Okay, no, we've actually run out of SAM. Which is, again, concerning. I know I've got tons of SAM somewhere. I don't know if I've got any here, though. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's good enough, though. Go for 2 more. 1 more. That's now 90. Moth. Okay, you. So we've crafted our sound fluctuators. Now we're going to try and place in all of our depots and hook these up here as well. What was that for again? That's for our rotors. You're doing motors. We've got 1 over there for motors. We've got 2 for motors in general. Right. I might want to put signs on these as well. Just so when they are completely empty, I know what's doing what. And maybe even reorganizing them. Because at the minute, we've got bits and bobs everywhere, which I don't massively like. That might take a minute, but I think it'd be worth it. We haven't got a dismantle... Oh, you know what? This needs upgrades. It needs to be reorganized. It has to be repositioned. I think you need some serious upgrades. What I'm going to do here, chat. Since I've already accomplished what I wanted to try and get done today anyway, I'm going to redo this area. Nothing drastic, nothing like over the top, but we are going to redo it slightly. Then going to get rid of all this. I'm actually unsure if Mam's finished researching, by the way. Looks like it's been in there for ages. Maybe 3, 2, 1. I tried. Three minutes left. Oh, wow, I was miles out. You got this. Oh, yeah, we'll be fine, yeah. So it's going to require me to get rid of this for now. And all of these. Which is obviously going to create some sort of dismantle crates. What a surprise to absolutely nobody. There we go. You can't go, but I don't like where you're positioned, so I want to try and move you out the way here. Let us chuck you a little bit further down here. Further down there. All of this concrete's fully backed up, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Damn. Okay, there we go. That hasn't broken our power grid, I'm pretty sure. I don't like how close these lines are getting together. And that's before I do all of my blender shite, so that's a bit concerning, but oh well. The plan here is quite simple. I want to turn this just into a standard path. I'm not massively concerned about making it look neat, because obviously this entire factory is a starter factory. What I do want to do though, regardless, is that. And build this up by 1. We'll do this. Then what we are going to have is our storage containers inside of here. I'm not basing this off of any sort of design, by the way. I'm just making this up as I go along. But that's what I love to do, darn it. I love it. What should we go with? Foundations. No, actually, let's start with a wall. Yeah. Then what I'm going to do is this. Which can go there. There we go. And then what we are going to have over here is going to be all of our industrial storage containers. The only problem is this actually kind of ruins the design a little bit, which is fine. Just kind of annoying. With you being here. Because the problem is, if I was to place this here, I can't do the design that I'm thinking of. Well, I can, but it won't look as nice. Let's see. Will I even be able to reach this? No, so you're fully out of just the area in which I can even go into. There. No. Just do it normally. Ma'am. Oh, it's not going to work. No. You're too far back. Yeah, you're too far back. There we go. Same thing now with you lot. I don't necessarily mind if this glitches into the ground, because I don't think we'll actually be seeing this that much. But basically, the way that this is going to work, in my mind, is that you walk up to here, you insert the items that you want into these industrial storage containers. There will be signs telling you what's what, and that's basically it. So we're going to have a wall here, I think. Just that you fully can't see what's happening. Very secretive, obviously. Can I please place it down there? Thank you. It doesn't need to be secretive, I just think it looks interesting if it was like that. I could definitely move you forward so by 1, I would say. Because if I was to do that, you might be able to stick out in front of the wall. If I do this, you definitely will. Yeah, let's see how this will look. That's the concept. I mean, I think it's quite simple. With the right heights. That looks fine. You know what? Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once, sir. If I save this for tomorrow, I could then title the stream something like Dimensional Depot Hub, where I'll go through this in a little bit more detail. That could be interesting. Honestly, I think I'll actually end up doing that. So tomorrow's stream, obviously I'm still going to be streaming a bit longer for today. But yeah, tomorrow's stream we are going to be doing a little bit more there regarding this. I don't want to touch too more upon it right now. Because, oh. Hello. because I think it requires a full day's worth of work. No, not well. Shouldn't do. We'll see. See how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to need you on me at all times. Have that there just in case. Build up. You are. Yep. What should we do next? I think whatever I've selected. It shouldn't take too long. Maybe like 2 minutes. 5. Yeah, not too bad. We'll come back after that.
Milestone reached.
Ada!
The hazmat suit protects the wearer from radiation by consuming iodine-infused filters. You may find this protection essential if you are going to finally get around to saving humanity. I previously gave you compliments in an attempt to inspire you, but it might have given you the wrong idea. I will definitely be totally honest with you from this moment on. Here is a demonstration of a truthful compliment. That suit looks like it was made for you. Because it was.
The whole reason why I was there was to just put 4 items into a depot. Screw my life. Okay. Let's just focus on one thing at a time here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna connect to that. Down here. This one's going to be for our motors. We're then going to have one for the casings. Yep, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to juggle a couple of things at once here. And sometimes it's a little bit complicated. The casings, there we go. Other things that I then needed there was computers, which I'm getting, and then heavy modular frames, which I can get from below. So now let's just do our motor trip there very quick. Grab a bunch of these motors. Okay. Right, am I maybe not sinking motors? I think I'm not sinking motors anymore anyway, so I should have a fair amount built up. Let's double check. Maybe some here? No. Okay. Maybe some here? Yes. Okay. This isn't a bad amount. It's fine. Computers now. I doubt I've got too many here, if any at all. No. That's fine. I'll get some eventually. I know I've got some of my storage area, so I'm going to use that. Hence the reason why I've got a storage area. Otherwise, things like this would be, well, not fun. But luckily, it is quite good fun. I've got this. Computers. Did it first try? No, I can't say that. Oh, yes, I can. Heavy modular frame. Let's see. You into there. Chuck you into there. You're now doing your thing. The reason why I want to have you into 2-dimensional depots is because we're already making computers at an okay speed, but we're not making heavy modular frames very quick at all, so it's good if I just have that chucked into there. Speaking about chucking things, you can just go into there. And I think now that's everything that I need to try and get done sorted. Let's fly back. Let's fly away. Desperately. Before I change my mind. So yeah, tomorrow's stream we're going to spend a few minutes just working on our dimensional depot hub. It shouldn't take longer than an hour, unless I massively screw myself over. Which, by the way, I would like to consider myself a connoisseur in screwing myself over. Still got a minute left there. Fantastic. We've already made our blueprints, so the only thing left to do now, really, is plop down our first couple of blueprints and just see how they're going to actually hook up to one another. You disgust me. There we go. Grand. Then start that one there. And then the second I come back over here, the thing re-enters orbit. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't it have done? I'm in no rush to research whatever the next stage is there in our hub, because we're nowhere near doing it. To be honest, the most important thing was our hazmat suit, and we've done that now, so that's fantastic. That one there. Got the one down there as well. Now it's you. There is a bit of a gap here that I don't massively like. You should be pretty much at the very end of this. There. Okay. Interesting new floor design idea. I understand what I've done, and actually I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Okay. Now the moment of truth. Can I fit this into here? There's no reason why I shouldn't. In fact, I should have more than enough room, in complete honesty. Let's do that first. The mem research is done. Thanks, game. How far back do I want to try and go now? Now that I've done the logistics, what I could do is place a bunch of these down in this row, for example, and then see how big the gap is at the end. Therefore, I can then come to a better judgment, try and see how many of these I actually want to try and plop down here. You facing the right way? Yes. Oh, I thought I didn't add that pipe, but I did. It took ages to load. I know this is moving it quite far back, but if I was to move it this far back, would it affect my logistics down here? Not in this... you know what? How far back can I go? There. Because this works. Like, if I really, really wanted to, I could get away with this. But I don't like how it looks up here at all. I think this is slightly better. Even now, it's still a bit cramped. But we'll see. That's what we're doing this for. We're seeing how much room we've got. I'm doing everything by the minimum standards. By that, what is the minimum distance I can have between these couple of blueprints? I want you to be 8 apart from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That seems really far apart. Let me grab my foundation of truth. As it does a little dance there before I place it down. So I could do that. Let's see. The reason why I do a foundation there is just so I can have a bit of a nice little area to walk through if one really wants one. If one want one. We can then do one more over here. Okay. Outputs. Oh, wait, no, I think you were supposed to be... Yeah. I forgot my blueprints rotate around for absolutely no reason. There. They don't really overlap that much. That looks pretty good to me. And again, regarding you lots... You were right before, actually. Well done. I love how I'm complimenting the game, but there we go. So, these two would roughly be touching if that's what I did over here. No, you're miles in. Okay, right. There. So you're pretty much touching the very edge of the blender. The orange pipe's touching the edge of the blender there. Okay, yep. It looks like we can fit in one more. Which would be here. So how many rows is this? How many rows there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 20. That's half. I need 40. Roughly 40. I believe wow, I believe I am sharding a couple of these. Which is nice. Why are you so massively out of line? I don't like that. I can move it so that it is in line. But then these blueprints be off slightly. No, I don't think I can actually do that. No. The only way I can get away with this is if I was to do this. Let's see. Always have the inputs coming in from this side. Which then means that you guys can't get too close, but you can get relatively close. Like that. Pipe-wise, it looks pretty good underneath here. Very colourful. I think that's honestly what I'm going to end up going with. I don't know how wide it is, though. You're wide enough to fit in a catwalk. That's what counts. I want catwalks. So I think we're going to go with this. I don't see much wrong with this personally. From what I can see right now, I don't see much wrong with this. 5 rows, producing how much fuel? 150. 300? That's 600 fuel per row. And I need, what is it, 2k? Or is it 4k? It's a lot. I forgot. Sorry. It was a pun. So making 600 per row. I need 4,000 in total. 4,000 divided by 600 is 7 rows, and I've got 5. So on that side, we can do a couple more. I like that. Let's do it. I'm going to get rid of these now, just so I can do one thing at a time. It's very important to space things out like that in this game. It's really important that you do that. Okay. How are we looking on this side? Huge gap. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 3. There's enough here, I'd say, for 2 fat pioneers. Here, I'd say there's enough for 3. That looks good. That looks good. I think let's just go ahead and plop it down. Inputs coming from there. Inputs coming from there. You lined up. You're lined up. 3, 2, 1. No dramas. At least I don't see how there could have been a drama from that. The only thing I have got to try and do is just add this into here. All the way down. Not quite sure about the other side. Any gaps along here? Yes, obviously. I'll zone that a little bit further down, just in case. And with you, again, same sort of thing over here. Brilliant. And the foundations of the blueprints that I'm currently placing down should then cover the rest of the room here. One would hope. Well, we'll find out in a minute. Regarding you lots, just do this. Nope. Nope. Hello. You should now line up with that. I see no problems. You guys follow suit. There we go. Did I sort out all the power for this? I did, yes. All I'm going to try and do is just... keep you there for now. We'll see. Count to 13 with the blueprint. Oh no, how long has it taken you? I'm gonna make it a little hole here. Lovely. Actually, I'm gonna keep you here. No, I'm not. Very decisive. Now, you're going to go from my life because I don't need you there. You're going to evacuate my knowledge. Does that make sense? Oh, you're so close, man. Fantastico. Now, when it comes to this, you should be lined up there pretty good. The reason why I'm clapping is because I'm pretty sure I built this entire thing out. Yeah, so it's either half a nudge too high or half a nudge too low. Just put me out my misery, honestly, at this point. Is that better? I've half nudged it down. I don't even know if it even can half nudge. Turns out, yes, it can. Fuel. Where are you lot going to go? I wouldn't mind you travelling around here. The problem is that's where our heavy oil residue is going to travel around. So I think what I might honestly do is something. I know. Revolutionary. I know. A part of me just wants to chuck you straight down here. Preferably without all of this shenanigans. And build you up by that much. Because the problem is, when I now use fuel for the next thing, it's going to be coming from the ground level, which means I'm going to need pipeline pumps. Honestly, I don't mind. I'd prefer if it remained at this sort of level. I could, but it can't because of that. I think this is the best idea I could currently come up with. Because then what I can do with this is, after I've placed in all of our logistics, because we should only have 5 pipes, just yeet you out over there. I think. Because what I would have preferred to have done was something like this, for example. Have you travelled along here? Which you could do. But then again, the excess heavy oil residue is planned to come around there. How about I have you... No, I can't have you come around this side because then all this is going to be in the way. No. No. Not straight mode. No. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You just come down from there to here. And we find the rough center point, which is going to be here. 1, 2, 3. No, you're going to be center. Because when I have these rows coming out here as well, no, you're going to be far left. You're going to be far left. So the next row coming after that will then be here. The third row there, fourth, then fifth. That makes sense. Can you reach all the way here? Oh, you absolutely can. Grand. I'll then sort out our fuel problem. You are connected to power. You're hooked up. You've already got heavy oil residue in. Wow. Okay, why am I surprised? It's connected. If anything, I should have been concerned if there wasn't anything in there. Okay. Next up, we've now got the fuel. 5 minutes, then make a 13 by 13 and 1 meter concrete Mark 3 blueprint designer. To be fair, it takes me ages to design things. I want it to look a very certain way, and sometimes I don't know how I actually want it to look until I've built it wrong, if that makes sense. Because then I can analyze it being like, oh, wow. Wow, that's dreadful. So then I can improve on that. You're a blueprint, aren't you? Yep. Come here. I don't want to shoot you all the way down here. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to light a flame in your hearts. Thank you. I've heard I sound quite a lot like Celine Dion. I can hear it. I can hear it. I'm the inventor of new notes. Oh, look how perfect this is. Oh, yes. This just tickles my brain or scratches my brain even, because that's more satisfying, in a certain way. It's the way that the pipe underneath goes, then that was like, oh, it's... Anyway. Wait, what do you mean there's no water? Ah! No! That's disgusting. I would like to apologize for what I just did there with that pipe. Because it shouldn't have looked like that. It's my fault. I'm fully responsible here for my actions. There we go. Why have you got no water? The whole point of you was to have water. Good enough. You doubled the part of it, so you had to redo the part. Oh, that's fine. Everyone makes mistakes. Oh. Because I didn't finish doing this. Wow. Go, 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 go. It's filling up. Are we actually going to make fuel today? Wow. If you were to say to me 2 hours and 34 minutes and 29 seconds ago that I was going to make fuel today, I would have looked at you and laughed and said, ha 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 ha. No. But here we are, ladies, and there's no ladies watching. There might be ladies watching. I don't judge. All the time. Everyone, okay. You know when people say I don't judge? Bullshit, my dude. Everyone judges. Everyone. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't judge. But yeah. I'm pretty sure my audience is like 99.9%. No, the last time I checked, it was in the high 90s. The thing is, if I was Zac Efron, it wouldn't be like that. I am the problem. I know I'm the problem. But not everyone's Zac Efron. Not everyone's the Valhalla Pickett either. Oh, wait a minute. There isn't a fluid buffer between you lots and my fuel blenders. There's room here. I'm sorry, Mary. There's no room at the inn. It was a line from one of my things when I was younger. I'm trying to see if this can fit. That wasn't one of the lines, don't worry. Organization. Yeah, so you can fit here without a visual disturbance to my life. I probably have to push you back a little bit. I like that. I like... There we go. I like that. I'm unsure of how necessary this is, but I always like having fluid buffers here. Always. It makes it better for me, just visually, to understand what I'm doing and how it's going. Beautiful. Can now fit here as well. Some people really don't like it when I place down my pumps horizontally. You prefer I place it here. But it literally doesn't make a difference. Such a non-issue. There's more to be concerned about in the world than if the Valhalla pickle was placed down his pipeline pumps horizontally or vertically. I think the price of cheese needs to be talked about. Or eggs. Rather than this, if I'm brutally honest. You know what? There we go. That's cute. I like that. Oh, is it cute? Doesn't matter. I'm going to get rid of you just for a quick sec. It's nothing personal. It's just personal. It's just biz, as they would say in Cyberpunk. Hey V, it's just biz. That's one of the lines. It's because V's the doesn't matter. Right, you're gonna go there. You're gonna go there. Ooh, I thought I might have been a little bit too tight there. But no, everything works out pretty good. Really? Oh. Yep. That would explain it. Same thing here now with you. Yeah, should be a good amount of room here now as well. One would hope. Connect that to there, connect this to here. Power-wise, nothing too difficult needed. Yep, that's now both on. You should be pretty much filled. Yeah, fantastic. Great. Do I want to paint you? Speaking about painting, I didn't actually paint my blenders. But I want them to be orange because they're making... that stuff. Yeah. That stuff. Fuel, that's the one. I was focusing on this. I can't focus at two things at the same time. That lined up? Yeah, that sounds... That's fine. Okay. I now no longer see any problems with my pipe work. Yeah, you're good, you're good, you're... Yeah, just yeah. Yeah. Let's have it. And now the good thing with this compared to what I previously did is that all I've got to... Ew. Why are you not straight? Hello? No, 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 no. Whoa, whoa. What are you doing? Treating me for a fool. How dare you? It's better. None of that bendy business around me, please. There's no room for that bendy shenanigans in my presence. No one does judgy better than you. Oh, That's a, oh, was that your oh, that was a Trump joke? Oh. Oh, I see it, yeah. I'm always judge, very judge. The most judge, some might say. No one does judge better than me. I invented the judge. Oh dear. Honestly, who needs SNL when you've got like White House conferences? Honestly, my form of entertainment is just watching the news now. I was in Sainsbury's. In fact, no, was I in Sainsbury's? I was, yes. And I checked my phone midway through shopping because I was buying this cereal and I wanted to see if it was healthy and a couple reviews about it because again, I'm trying to eat a bit healthier now. And I had an Amazon news thing pop up on my phone and it was something like, wait, can I even try and find the story? Is it gone? Bear in mind, this is like, what, the second, third day of the year? And it's something along the lines of Trump captures Venezuelan president and takes control of Venezuela. 3 days into the year, man. Like, literally, like, this is Call of Duty type stuff. I mean, I'm not going to speak about the whole thing. I'm not too up to date with the whole Venezuelan situation. But it's interesting. I'll give it that. My milk toast Ludwig sort of take about it is that it happened. Now he's gonna go after, what was it? Greenland, which is part of Denmark. But, yeah. I still don't think he's gonna go for Greenland, but he can't. Like, it's a whole different ballgame. Obviously, Denmark versus the US, like this. But I'm more thinking about it in regards of NATO, the EU. I would say the UN, but what's the UN going to do? Whip out like a notebook and pen and write it down? They're not going to do anything. Yeah. That was a fun little headline. Good news. Right, I want you to go there. Because you should already have tons of water in here. Oh yeah, you're filling up already. Which means that you should now start to produce fuel. Come on. Please. You can't see it because my webcam's in the way. I might honestly make my webcam slightly smaller. Nudge it to the side a little bit. I can't do it now because I have to do it on a separate platform. You guys are grand. Yeah, you're grand. Yeah. 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 I'm surprised you aren't making anything. Did I not hook up the water to here? Oh, I know why. Whoops. That's not my fault. That's someone else's. I'll think of someone to blame. Don't worry. There we go. This should now start filling up. Oh yeah, instantly. Yeah. Grand. Wow, we are doing stuff today. We are absolutely doing things and things and stuff and things. So tomorrow, what time is it? It's almost 3 hours. Oh, damn. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing Dimensional Depot and Fuel as well. Since it's daytime, can I be a little bit cheeky and grab a thumbnail? This is how I did my thumbnails, by the way. It's really complex, so stay tuned for it. Come on, let's go up by a little bit more. I know you can do it. There we go. Well done. That's nice. I have got to be a little bit quicker. Where is it? Materials. What's the sun say? Oh, sun's grand. Yeah, nice. I can never really get thumbnails during dawn, dusk, and night. Never. It just doesn't work. But this is pretty much how I got today's thumbnail. Wrong one. What angle do I like? I like this angle. I don't actually hate that either. No, I like to get the machines in. Color-wise, we're gonna do what we did for today. Literally the other way around. I'm so good at this game. Holy crap. Subscribe. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's bad. Oh, baby, I love your way. Sorry. Stop. Why do I do? Why am I like this? Why does just saying one word make me do this to me? Why? Why, Miss America? Stop. There. It's a bit higher up. I'm cutting off this part of the screen. It's fine if that doesn't look too good. Boom. And then now, a dimensional depot. Can I try and get it into one image, I wonder? I can, but I'm unsure about if it's going to look nice or not. No. Because for you, I need to get a bit of a different angle, I would say. Oh, how about this? Okay, without the coffee cup, maybe. When I get demonetized, yeah. I mean, wait until I sing My Heart Goes On. Near, far, wherever you are. Thank you. So, what I did right there was just demonstrate the vocal range of what a talented singer can go through. In the music industry, there's a very special word for that. It's called, being shit. So, just demonstrating that, and I think it went pretty well. Yeah. Boom. Watch the thumbnail change by tomorrow, but that's the rough idea for it. Now this can go. I told you I sound like Celine Dion. I hope she's alright, by the way. I was seeing some headlines about her a couple months ago now, I'd say. I hope she's good. I don't know her personally. Believe it or not. Let's do one more of these. We're smashing it today. Let's just keep smashing it. If we're on a roll... Oh, I just saw the time. Wait. It's fine. Outputs, inputs, switch. I like that. Move you as far back as I can, so that the tips are touching. And pause. And then so that the pipe tips are touching. Doesn't sound much better. And make sure that you are connected with each other. Like so. Beautiful. Okay. This might be, arguably, Wait. Ooh, I need to do stuff. Because you come round here, but in actuality, you then have to connect to, what is it, 3 more blenders? I'm going to try and figure out my heavy oil residue logistics here for a sec. Because I've got 400 travelling per pipe, don't I? 400, 200, 400 in total. And I'm consuming 150, really? You all overclocked. 300, so I've still... Oh. Okay. So I've still got 100 left. What I'm then going to do is... remove that. Chuck you onto here. There we go. That then uses up all of my heavy oil residue. Which now means for you 3, you still consume 500 water. 200, 300. 600. What if I continue doing what I was doing before? Then on this side, with all of the excess heavy oil residue, which would be 30, 30, 30 times by 5, that will then give me 150. I could then get the 150 heavy oil... No. 150? Really? Then go into 3 more blenders. Doesn't seem like enough. Because I've only got 5 rows of you, don't I? 1... 5? Is it more? It is 5. 1, 2, 3... I've got 5 rows for 400 each. As of right now, you're consuming 150, 300. Okay, so you're in excess of 100. Which means that I've got 500 in total, which is completely fine, because that heavy oil residue can then all fit onto one pipe. It would be a 500 heavy oil residue line, or belt, or pipe, Christ, which will then all come around over here to then continue that. I'm completely fine with doing that. This way, it doesn't mess up our water. Because if I was to do that, our water is completely messed up. We're going to have weird numbers all over the place. This way, it's far better. So let me just lower you down again. Oh, no, you're still 600. $150, 300. Yeah. You're making too much. What if I was to do this now? 150. 250. Same thing over here, that's now 500. So each line, going from there to there, is consuming 500 water. Each one of our water pipes has 500 water in it, so that's 1 pipe per row. That's what I was trying to go for. Now when it comes to a heavy oil residue, that's going to change things up quite a bit. That's going to be 100... That's what, 250 heavy oil residue per line. Out of 400. That's 150 each. Which is, times that by 5, that's way more than 500, obviously. That's 750. I could have 2 rows. $250, yeah. Okay, because you're only consuming 250 out of the 400. Then leaving us with 150 over what I actually need. Rather than joining up with this, you are instead going to come around here. If this was straight, that would have been quite nice. Oh, you're straight. It's not the other way around. You're then going to continue all the way down here. Making sure that 3 of these are hooked up to this. 1. Oh, that's kind of annoying, but we can make it work. 3. That's now 450. I could go for 1 more. Don't want to risk it. So now you're going to drop down. In fact, you'll probably drop down a little bit earlier than that. Would help if I can actually see what I was doing, but got the gist. 1, 2. There. And that's what, 3 rows out of 5. Then for the next 2, we can then do 450, 150 each. That's 300. Yeah, so you're going to be a 450. The next one's going to be a 300. That should then be completely fine. I don't see any problems now with that. Water's fine. That's fine. Heavy oil residue. Fuel is fine. Okay. Let's finish this row. Once I've still got a little bit of time. Starting with power. I had to literally focus there for a second. Damn. You know, it's serious when I'm using all 3 of my brain cells to focus on something. Power is now connected. That's great. Water. Let's now do our water, shall we? And again, you're right through there as well, which doesn't really help. Oh, okay. You've got to get half nudged down. Oh, but I've already connected it. Oh, that's okay. Get it right the first time, wouldn't have to do it. Is that good? No. Down. Then now up with that. So you're going to be roughly this sort of height. Then down by 1. So I should be able to fly straight into the center. Looks good. Oh, you're slightly off now in this direction. Bloody hell, man. How is it looking now? I got... Now you're too far over in this direction. Yet again, it's just not snapping properly. I mean, this looks fine. I'm surprised it wasn't. It is fine. Okay, that is fine. I think I got it right the first try, if I'm honest. It just didn't feel like I did. Now, where's you going into? Literally neither of them. Okay. Let's see. You can't just go straight into there, can you? I'm guessing that's way too far. Oh. Can? Okay. Okay. Sure. No, I knew you were going to do that, you little... If you're at minimum for grasslands at night, look up. The northern light should be shining. That happens occasionally, yes. It's a feature in this game after the Fixmas update from last year, not 2025, but 2024. They added the northern lights for Fixmas, but they never got rid of it because players, I believe, quite liked it. That's why we still got it. As far as I'm aware, that's the reason, which is pretty cool. Horizontal to vertical. And you're coming out to where? Here? I think one further out, I'd say. Oh, no, you're actually pretty good there. I guess I won't say then. Now let's do, that's the wrong colour. There we go. You can barely even see it's the wrong colour, but no, it was obvious. Kind of. You're then going to come out to here. Straight down to there. All of our water's coming in. All of our heavy oil residues coming in. You are hooked up. Yeah? I mean, you're literally connected. There we go. It just takes a minute. Everything here's blue. It's good to see. Except we did say that we were going to remove a couple of shards from these. I'll do all the maths off camera and just try and figure out roughly like what I want to go where pretty much. But now that's being produced, we're essentially done with all of that, which is great. I do want to try and just zoop you down to here very quickly. Make sure you're painted carbon steel. Because you've stolen my heart. Aww. No, just because it's a bit easier to do. That's basically it. No. That's better. Rotate you around this side. You can't reach there. Oh. Oh, you're so close. Darn it. You've got to be kidding me. Get rid of that. Get out of here. Christ. Now we've got the third one done, didn't we? Yes, come here. Come here, like. Oh, okay. Well, first of all, connect to the straight one. Horizontal to vertical. Good. Then you're just going to come out to here, I suppose. For now. Yeah. Wow, we've made a good... Second I said the word good as well. That's unreal. Regardless, stream, we've managed to make a really nice start today. Obviously, when it comes to the whole, like, decorating thing, we've still got quite a long way to go. I'm not too fussed about that. I just want to make sure that I'm actually producing things. So that's pretty good. Also, regarding space... weird segue. We've used up a lot less room than I thought we were going to, which is fine. Because again, fuel generators is going to consist of most of this area. But it's good to know that I've still got tons of room left over. We've already made all of our heavy oil residue. We've pretty much made, well, we've got room to make all of our fuel. The only other thing now is the actual rocket fuel itself, which I feel like is going to be not too overcomplicated. Again, I'll do the maths. I'll use some brain cells. and see what we come up with. But thank you very much, Johnny, as always, for tuning into the stream. I do greatly appreciate your support, as always. And thank you to everyone that watched at home as well. I'm live hopefully again tomorrow. If not, I'm definitely live on Thursday. So I hope to see everyone on Thursday, maybe tomorrow if I can get a stream, because I'm quite busy tomorrow, but we'll see how things go. Regardless, thank you for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you in Valhalla. Have an amazing rest of your day. Stay safe and Godspeed. Cheerio.